Give me 1 second. I'm just grabbing the box that we're gonna open. And here we go. This is the second box of my ginormous purchase. We'll get into it after the intro. Okay, so as I was alluding to, if you haven't seen the other ones, I suggest you go watch the last 2 videos. Midtown Comics has the 75% off sales every once in a while. And this one that I just purchased from, I actually made 2 different purchases. The first one was like 113, 115 books. And it came in a big giant box. It weighed 20 pounds. Inside were 2 of these. And inside of this is going to be at least 2 packages. In the first box that we opened, there were 3 packages. So I think it was like 25 books per bundle. And then there was another smaller bundle with the remainder of the books. So this is 1 package. And then there's also a second package. So basically what we've got in this series is 4 of these packages. And then, like I said, 1 small one that was like maybe 5 or 6, 10 books or whatever, I don't even know, with the balance of the books. So this is part 3. The first 2 were a little bit up and down. Last one, we had a pretty gnarly surprise. So we opened up Thor number 338 in a newsstand, and it had a chunk, like a C-shaped chunk taken out of the back cover and the last page. There were also issues with a couple of these other ones. I think it was X-Men 169 in the newsstand. Also had a big chunk taken out. Uncanny X-Men number 213 had a large crease, a tear that was still there. It was torn and then folded under. And a couple of the other books had some tearing in it as well after I went through everything. So the first opening was pretty damn good. The first 60 books or whatever, those almost all of them hit perfectly. I did go back and look at them, and 2 books had tearing in it. So I'm going to send those 2 back. But yeah, so the last video had the most damage. And it's not shipping damage. It's all like, tears that they just, and they're all, and we did the research. We went to the Midtown Comics website together, and we looked at their grading policy, and tears were only mentioned in the good grade. And these were all fine and very fine. So that's why I'm going to be contacting them to send it back, because, like I said, these are all fines and very fines. There should be no tears, especially like chunks, like this much missing out of the back cover and the last page. So it's not just the cover, it was the page and the cover. So yeah, so hopefully these here are going to be a little bit better quality than the last one. So let's get this in focus, just so we have that. And all right, so that's not coming into focus. Focus, there it is, maybe. So first book is Batman number 409? Yeah, 409. Fine grade. And I'm literally recording this like an hour after the last video that you saw. So I sure as heck still did not do my spreadsheet with my purchase information on it. So the prices that you're getting, that I'm reporting, are just base prices. Everything was free shipping. So the only thing that's missing from it is the sales tax. So this is Batman 409. I'm pretty sure this is like the second Jason Todd after he was reintroduced or some shit like that. I don't even remember. The Origin of Jason Todd. So this one, I need to find Batman 409. So this I paid $375, and yeah. So in the first video, I said we're not going to be looking at every one of them. Then in the last video, we started seeing some pieces missing out of them. I'm still not going to look at every one of them, but I'm going to be a little bit more cautious, like of what we look at. This is this is also Batman 409. But this is this. I think this is is this like a reprint? This is the second print. Okay. Or is it the reprint? This is a very fine. This is not supposed to be a reprint. This is supposed to be, interesting. Yeah, this is supposed to be a regular. Now, let's take a look real quick. We'll do this together as well. I like doing these things with you guys so you can see what's going on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the screen, my purchase order screen. We'll zoom in a little bit. So here's Batman number 409, $5, very fine. And here's the Batman 409, $375 in a fine. This does not say reprint. So let's take a look at cover price and see, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a discrepancy in pricing. Batman 409. And I'm pretty sure I'm on the short end of this. Batman number 409. You always have to put the number sign in there. Okay, so direct sales, newsstand, second and third printings. So if it will load, so the second and third printings, find the value is $8. And the last sale was in 2024 in November. So then we look at the regular direct sales. The fine, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than $8, I would think, maybe. Fine is $7, and it was sold for $6 at 3/3/2025. So now this is for both the second and the third printing. I would have to open this, I would imagine, to see which printing it is. But let's see what other stores are selling it for, because I don't like that. If you're going to sell something, and I can understand where they don't make a difference between, they don't differentiate between newsstand and direct copy sometimes, but this is something totally different. Like variations of printings are a bigger deal. So here's a reprint, a fine. This is my comic shop if you didn't see. So a fine in the reprint is, so it says second or later printing. A fine here is $6. The first edition, the first printing, they don't have a fine, so I can't really tell. But they look like they're about, somewhere between $5.40 and $7.20. So you say $6 somewhere in there, and the second print is $6. I mean, value-wise, it looks like it falls in line, but I still don't like the idea of paying for this when it's just, to me, it's just not right. And you can see, it says Batman number 409. So, yeah, I'm going to end up sending that back just because I don't like when that happens. Then we've got Batman number 412. This is also a fine. Give me 1 second. I have to reconfigure my screen now because it's way too big. The text is way too big on here. All right, so we're looking here. So this cost $2.32, first appearance of Mime. Not a big key, but a first appearance. Then we've got Dark Hawk #1. This is a fine. It's a direct copy. And I'm looking for my price. And on this one, I paid, for the fine, I paid $3.75. But we're going to take a look at this one, just to make sure that there's no tears in it. So back cover, looks nice and clean, looks complete, no tearing. Oh, there is something at the bottom. Oh, maybe not. Okay. It's a little bit dirty, but yeah, I saw, it looked to me like the corner was missing, but it's not. So that's good. Front cover, take a look at the spine real quick. Just because people are still selling this book for a decent amount of money. Again, this is why I buy these books at these 75% off sale. Because this as a fine, this is not a fine. This is much better. I mean, even if you consider the pages, now they're not white pages, and there's some, you know, you got some of the print roll on there, the ink roll, but this is still not a fine. This is grades at much higher than a fine. So for $3.75, this one, I'm very happy with this. We're off to a good start so far. Then we've got a very fine, also a direct copy. And this one was 5 even. So assuming that this is in as good or better condition as the fine, I'll be okay with that. Then this is in the first video. We went and we talked about, I mentioned there are some books that I don't remember why I did it. This is one of them. Secret Warriors #1 from 2019. The second volume. I don't know why I bought this, to be honest. I don't even remember, but I did pay $1.47 for it. So it's not a terrible buy. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I don't remember why I bought it. Then we've got, all right, these are some of the ones that I'm hoping that are in like really good condition. So then we go to Star Wars. This is number 47, and these aren't, I don't think any of these are keys. So these, I think they're all just because they're the original 1977 Star Wars run. Oh, okay. Well, this one, number 47, is a fine, and I paid, oh, geez. Where's, okay, I can't even find it. I paid $2.72 for this one. And this one apparently is the first appearance of Kligson, a cyborg who oversaw a droid army. I don't know. But we'll take a look at this one and see, because I see that it's a little bit dirty. But, so we have a little bit of damage over here, a little bit of creasing, some color rubber, something over there. But, and you can see it's a little bit misprinted. Yeah, it's a little bit misprinted. But the rest of the book looks pretty nice. Actually, it looks like it's cut off over here too, because it looks like that's supposed to be the signature. And so, I can't really tell. But yeah, and again, it's a newsstand. So the corners are all there, which is nice. You know, you take a look at the spine. There's, you know, there's some color rub on here. The spine is a little bit, this book is a little bit worse for wear. You can see a crease right here. Some damage over here, but overall, this seems to be in really strong condition. It's some dirty, it's a little bit dirty. Got a little bit of a corner. Oh, I spoke too soon. So this is actually, this corner I think is considered a printer's defect because of the way that it it took the pages off. Because you can see also, let's see how we would do this. So if we come and take it from the back, we could zoom in. Focus on the page, stupid camera. Not on me. Okay, yeah, see? There's a little bit of damage there. And also, you could see these pages have the corners pulled out a little bit, the same as this. I think those are, you can see there, like all the pages have that. I think that's a printer's defect from when it was printed and cut. So, but for $272, you know, I'm okay with that. You know, first Star Wars run, first half of the Star Wars run. Then we've got number 32. This is also a newsstand, the Jawa Express. I don't know if this is a key either. This is not a key. And this one I also paid $2.72 for. You know, since it's not a key, I'm really not going to look, but it does look like we have some damage up here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I'll look at that one later. Okay, now we're just going to jump all around. Then we've got Superman number 423 in a newsstand. This is from the original Superman run. I know this has some significance. I think this is like an anniversary. This is, it's the Alan. Oh, this is the Alan Moore, Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow story. This is the first part of that. Okay, so that's what this is. And this I paid $5 for. So this one we'll take a look at. All right, so right off the bat, we could see that is dirty, but it's okay. Doesn't look like anything is missing from here. You have some more ink down here, but structurally, we have a crease right here. We have another one here. And one more up here. So 3 spots, and there's another dent, but that might actually be okay. I don't think that, don't know if that breaks color or whatever, but this is solidly, you know, in the fine, maybe even a very fine minus after I get it cleaned, you know, after I clean it and press it and everything. So I'm okay with that. And there should be another one of these in here as well. Then we go to Crisis on Infinite Earths number 5 in a newsstand. Let's go all the way back to the top again. Jeez. I wish these were in order. It would make it so much easier. This is number 5. So that means I paid $1.47 for this. Most of these are keys, some kind of keys. Crisis on Infinite. So we go to number 5. We had a few of them in the first video, none in the second video. Now this one is fourth cameo appearance of the Anti-Monitor. I mentioned this when we were going over the few of them in the first order. Why the hell does this guy have 4 cameos? It's like, come on. At that point, it's not even a key anymore. But yeah, so there's that one. Then we have Crisis number 6. This is also a newsstand. And this one is $2.50 I paid. Yeah, $2.50. And this is the first appearance of Captain Atom, Judo Master, Nightshade, Peacemaker, Question, and Thunderbolt, all Charlton characters, their first appearances in DC mainstream. Then it's also the first full and cover appearance of the Anti-Monitor. And then we also have the first appearance of Yolanda Montez as Wildcat. So this has a few really cool keys to it. So for $2.50, I'm good with that. Then we've got number 7 in a very fine. This is The Death of Supergirl. And I paid $8.75 for this one. It is a newsstand. Then we've got a fine copy that I paid $6.25 for, but a direct copy. And if we compare, I mean, really, most of the time you would expect that there to be like very strong color differences, but I mean, obviously the fine is a little bit more faded than the very fine. Like the reds on the very fine are much deeper, but not by much. We're not talking about like a lot of fading. So, you know, I'm okay with that. Let's flip these back over so you're surprised. Then we go back to Marvel and Star Wars. This is number 100 in a newsstand, a very fine. This is number 100. This I paid $4.58. No, this I paid $6.15 for. So this is $6.15. So this is Star Wars 100. This is, what is it? It's not even a key. It's just the 100th issue. Okay. Sure, why not? Then we've got number 100 in a fine, and this is also a newsstand. This is what I paid $4.58 for, the fine. So, actually, we could do this. We could just take a look at both of these side by side. Not much going on in either of these. The fine, and this is the very fine. It looks like there's a little bit of a spine tick right there, but we don't have anything up here. And if we just keep going, that looks like a couple spine ticks right there on the bottom one, which we don't have up here. But so this one with the spine ticks was the very fine. The one without them was the fine. So leads me to wonder what makes the fine a fine and the very fine a very fine if the very fine had more spine ticks than the pine. Something to ponder. Then we've got number 93 in a newsstand, in a fine newsstand. 93, that was $4.42. I don't think this is a key. Nope, no key, but we do have a little bit of corner damage up there, but nothing too terrible. Still pretty bright. So as long as everything else holds up on there, I mean, no surprises, I'm going to be okay. Then we've got number 50 in the fine. And this one is the first full appearance of IG-88 and Android Bounty Hunter, and cameos of Danger, Bosk, and Forlam. I don't know who the hell that is. And this one I paid $5 even for. So, okay. Then, back to Crisis. Yeah, so we have to go all the way back to the top again on here. So which one is this? 7? 8? 8. 8 in a, I can't see it, in a fine, and a direct copy. I paid $5 flat for this one. Death of Barry Allen. So we've got the Death of Barry Allen, and we've got the Death of Supergirl. And oh no. Oh, Jesus Christ. I saw this out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? The whole corner's torn off? I just saw it just out of peripheral. I was like, oh God. So what I was saying was, I think I actually have the whole set just from this order. Actually, I have it on my screen. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I have the whole run. Now I don't know if I have all of them in just direct copy, or I might have them mixed and matched, because a couple of them I do have one of each. So I hope I have the whole run. Plus I have a few of them already in my collection. I have 9, and I have a couple 9s, 6, because 9 is is when Guy Gardner becomes the Green Lantern officially. So that was something I was already buying when all the talk of the Green Lantern movies and TV series and stuff like that was going on. But yeah, so now I have a complete run of that. So pretty happy with that one. Here, speaking of, here's number 9 in a direct copy. This is the first appearance of the Ghost and the first time that Guy Gardner officially becomes the Green Lantern. And this one I paid, what did I pay? $1.47, also in a fine. Then we've got number 10. This is just a cool cover. I just love this cover. Just a Spectre just prominently, oh, hold on. Spectre just prominently bigger than everybody else, you know, in the foreground. And that's the Death of Starman, Prince Gavin, and I paid $1.47 for this one as well. Then we've got 11 in a fine. And this one I paid $2. Oh, I have 2 of these. So this is the fine. I paid $1.47. Then this one should be the very fine. Then this one is the very fine. Both of them are direct copies. This one I paid $2.20 for. So, all right, these are not staying. Then we go to number 12, which is the finale. This is a fine. I think I only bought one of these. Yeah, this one I paid $2.50 for. Fine, direct copy. Death of the Anti-Monitor, Death of Dove, Death of Robin, Death of Green Arrow, Huntress, and Clayface. And the first appearance of Impala in DC main universe. So finale here. So that completes my run. I don't think, well, I know I didn't buy 2 of the number 8s, the Death of Barry Allen, so I don't have 2 complete runs, at least not as of yet. So sticking with DC, Batman number 406, what is this, Gordon Jr., James Gordon Jr., the first appearance, I think. Batman 406, oh no, it's just year 1, number 3. I think I have a James Gordon Jr. in here too. So that's that's fine. So Batman 406. So this is the fine. I paid $2.50 for it. Then we have the very fine, and that's also, yeah, they're both direct copies. The very fine, I paid $3.75. And the last one is Batman 408. And so 408 was $8.75. But this is the reintroduction of Jason Todd with the new background and everything. First appearance of Ma Gunn also. She's the headmistress of the school for young boys that, you know, they train to be criminals. And where it was in, was it in one of the animated series or one of the animated movies? I don't remember if they mentioned it. I could swear that it was mentioned in one of those series, you know, one of the animated series or something. But okay, so we'll look at the 408. So looks pretty good. Top portion. Bottom portion looks pretty good. A little bit of a crease in the corner, but it doesn't break color. The spine, a little bit of a white spot there. Doesn't look too bad. We do have a spine tick right there. Could be one right there as well. But for the most part, pretty clean. Back is a little bit of another story. We have, you can see here, there's a crease that goes right down. That's a crease and a stacking curl. A little bit of dirt on here, but again, nothing too bad. So this I'm good with this one. $8.75 may be a little bit high on the high end for it's very fine. So maybe not, but so that's part 4. I'm going to open all of these up, or maybe I'm just going to just go right into the next, right into the next video, which you're going to see in a week. So just like all the other videos that we've done in this series already, let me know. This one, obviously, the books that we've looked at, much better. We didn't look at as many of them, but you know what we should do real quick? A couple of the bigger ones. Death of Barry Allen, and we'll look at the Death of Supergirl. So we have there's a dent here. It's a pretty deep dent. There's a spine tick and a dent there. So spine isn't that great on this one. This is a very fine or a fine. All right, so this is a fine. So we're okay with that. The back doesn't look like there's much dirt or anything going on in the back. Getting closer in on the spine. So we got that. We got 1, 2 slight ones, 3 slight ones. Then we have coming off the spine, coming off the staple. So again, nothing too terrible. This is what I would expect in a fine, especially like a book like this that has the very because you have the legs, the pant legs on the outsides are black. So anything is going to show up, if the spine is damaged. But what I say, $5 I paid for this, and that's definitely above a fine, even before I get to it. And then once I, clean, press it and all that stuff, it'll be better than a very fine. So, or better than a fine, more like a very fine. And then we'll take a look at, because this is a thicker book. So first off, we can see somewhere, this is a little bit of paint right here, or ink or something like that. There's also right here, there's a print line that goes right down the book. And it looks like a crease in here too, but maybe not. It looks like a crease. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's just like a whole print line that goes straight through it. It leaves like a faint looking, looks like a crease. That's okay. I don't think print lines get knocked very badly because that's a manufacturing defect. But you look at this book, and this book is like really nice. Slight miswrap going down, but that's nothing, especially when they're grading it as a fine. Yeah, we got a little bit of an issue down here at the bottom corner of the spine. But again, this is the fine. If you got this kind of a condition in a fine, you take that all day long. You don't ask questions. You just take that and you run with it, and you say thank you. And then we'll just grab very fine, just to make sure that is, because this is the one that had the spine ticks on it. So if we take a look, and this is the newsstand, so we have a little bit of a corner spine issue there as well. But actually, I don't even see the spine ticks on here anymore. So maybe that was just yeah. Maybe it's just a bag that was just creased a little bit. But this looks really good too. And a little bit of, a little bit rough up here. We take a look at the top. Yeah, you can see like a little bit of wrinkling, slight creasing at the top. The back got some dirt going across it. So in reality, like I said, the very fine looks like it's in worse shape than the fine is. So I don't know, but I'll take both of them. I'll take all three of them, and I'll take basically everything that we got from this order. With a few exceptions. But again, those exceptions come in fines. Oh wait, maybe was it the Dead Dark Hawk that we were looking at? No, I don't know. But yeah, we've got some really good books. I mean, the two Dark Hawks for $5 and $3.75 or whatever the hell I paid on these black covers for for how those came in. Yeah, so the only thing that I'm struggling with on this part of the order was this, which is the Batman 409 second or third print, whatever it is. But I'm just not a fan because, like I said, you look at the label, it's not advertised as a second or third print. And I really don't like that, you know. Even if it was to come into my favor, I'm not a fan of that because, you know, I might not have bought that. I don't think I would have even bought that if it said second print. But you know, I'll send it back to them. I'll tell them, hey, look, you know, you sent me the wrong thing. I really don't want it, but I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think about all these books. What would you do about that? Would you even give it crap? You know, would you keep it? You know, either way, if it was more money in your favor or not, just because it's still, you know, what you paid for it. And I'm going to go grab some food real quick, and I'm going to record the next video, and I'll see you next week.